mushroom hunting again. Not gonna lie, yesterday when I got home, got everything unpacked, I was done for. I was tired. I had no motivation to hunt mushrooms this morning. So it's a little later. It's 10 to 7. I had to dump some memory cards and we're off. Heading over to my grandma's in Lodi to look. Yay, finally some private land to look on. Man, it's such a vast difference from private land that you know like the back of your hand, from public where you're just walking and totally new spots. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, I know every single tree on my grandma's farm. I grew up hunting there my whole life. Like, I know where every little nook and cranny of that woods where a mushroom grows. So I'm very excited, but I'm also very nervous too, because dang, it's been a tough year, and this will really be the telltale sign if we're gonna have any more mushrooms this year, which I kind of doubt we are. Just so late in the year, everyone's winding down. We got our rain just a little too late this year, which sucks, but yeah, it's been a tough grind this year, trying to just keep motivated to keep walking. Yeah, I'm excited. I got the boots off the boot dryer this morning. I got dry boots. It's 67 degrees and doesn't look like there was much dew, but we got rain coming around 10 or 11, so I got another change of clothes and my rain gear. Find some shrooms. We are off and walking. So I am going to start below the road. Farms up there. There's some other land up there, some woods. But this is kind of a nice south slope up here. And then I got a full north side on the other. Maybe some of those north side mushrooms grew over there, which it's kind of rare that they do grow, but this might be the kind of year where they might grow on that north side over there. So I'm really interested to see, after all the walking I've done on the other publics and everything, as to what shows up here for mushrooms. But yeah, let's get Shroomin. Well, I just got to this little elm here. I see one under here as of right now. Those are pretty fresh. That's a good sign. Except for there's only two under this tree. But it is just a little tiny tree also, but whew, it is freaking humid. Dang. Alright, I'm gonna head back down a little bit. Alright, well, no skunk job today. It's gonna be a lot of this all day. Fighting brush. I don't know, the humidity is about 193% today. Basically, what I'm doing, I'm grid searching every single piece of the woods. So I started down low, came across there, came up about 50 yards, and then I'm gonna go back, I'll go up, come back, go up, go back. And we're just gonna basically grid search the whole entire woods for every single elm that's in here. But yeah, got a couple right away, so that's good. Oh, and let the oysters begin. Here's a huge flush of them. Wow. Dang, that's a bunch there. Oh my gosh, there's got to be There's gotta be 50, 60 pounds in there. That's craziness. Mr. Morel. Pretty sure I'll be able to find that again if I want to come back and pick some, but we're gonna leave the oysters for now. Just got way too many. Ooh. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, there's a bunch in here. Bunch right there. Sweet. Look at this nice little cluster under here. Clusters, oh man. Could be a really, really fun day if they're like this in here. All right. Wow, they're really nice mushrooms too. I think I waited the perfect amount of time before I came over here. Look at them more down here. All right. There's gotta be more than that around this tree. Hopefully. Oh, there's one. I'm almost standing on him. Holy crap. All up in there. Look at all these. I mean, it is like just the bumper oyster year, that's for sure. Wish I could say the same for morels. Man, there's a ton in here. You can see it's just a jungle in here. Drop down a little bit. Check out this little elm. See one little lone soldier there. Yeah, I'm just keep poking along. I've checked a lot of trees with not much. I don't know why I always stumble upon the first little batch right away. I mean, it's good motivation, but dang, not much around right now. I just kind of wanted to show you guys something that I've discovered. You can see there's some little oysters growing there. When you see these broken off elms like this, if you look at them real close, you can see these clusters that are still on the tree. And they're all the way up there. I've never found any oyster mushrooms before. That's a great thing to look for because you can go back and like after a good rain and it heats up, you should get a flush of oysters out of that. If you just keep going back like every couple, 2-3 days after it rains, eventually some are going to start growing on there and you'll be able to find them. So even if you don't find them fresh, that's a good way to mark it down, pin the tree, whatever you want to do, mark it on onyx and come back to it and you will find oysters on it again, more than likely. They're fairly abundant if you keep your eyes open and figure out how to find them. And they're delicious. I eat them all year long. Well, it's getting very dark now. I think I'm gonna get down this next elm down here and I better get my camera, get a dry bag ready for my phone and camera and all that crap. I see a bunch of oysters down there too by it. More oysters. Big broke off elm here. I'm sure that one looks like it's got a pile of little ones started too. Well, a bunch of little guys started. What do you know? More oysters. Well, I was just working my way down the slope. And look at in here. They're kind of older, but I see quite a few up in there. Great big ones too, really. And a big oyster flush too. Let's get to picking these guys. It's so dark. I hope you can see decent. Well, there's another nice one. Really nice. I got pretty big hands. They're still fairly dry though, like definitely on their way out, but see, he was folded over, he couldn't get straightened out. Still tastes just the same. There's a big one right there with the top eaten off of it, or fell off. Wow. Just so hard to see in here, it's so dark. That was a good score. I have to remember that tree. Oh, there's one hiding under there. Man, it's so dark you can't see anything. All right, we slipped down the bottom. I'm gonna walk this straight down through here and just zig back and forth to the best looking trees I can see, and then we'll get up on that north side. But I never expect much, but you also never know too, so gotta check them all. More oysters. And another huge load. Jeez, they're just everywhere in here. But no morels yet on this north side. And we're just about on our way out. So we're gonna bounce across the road. And I'm gonna make myself a couple of sandwiches. See another whole big group of ramps in here. They're all actually drying up. Pretty measly haul. It just reflects on every place I've been this year and what I've been seeing. Yeah, I gotta get something to eat. I'm starving. I have no idea what time it is. And let's head on the other side of the road. Break time. We have a lot of ground to cover yet. All right, mushroom freaks, we're off again. Oh, that was a delicious. I needed something to eat. I was starving. Well, there's just no good way about it to get in the cedars here. We just got to go head first and get in there, and basically it's hunched over walking for a while. But I have really scored some awesome finds in here. There's just elms that you can't even see from anywheres, and you get in there and you're like, oh, there's an elm in the middle of all these cedars. Jungly environment, really. And not much fun for walking. My uncle used to always make me walk it for deer drives. And I've just been walking it ever since. But really dark in here again. Oh. Man, it was like bright sun when we started the day. All right, I'm gonna shut up and let's find some mushrooms. Hey, I gotta cut cross country here. I think I gotta go back up the hill. I mean, it's just wicked in here. Just a wall of brush in here. I'm coming for you, elms, don't worry. I mean, look at this. It's insane, but I see a whole pile of golden oysters down there. If I can ever get at them. Oh, we gotta crawl. Nope, I'm gonna break that one. Stick over here. Look at all them oysters in there. I don't even know how to get over there. Another huge flush. Ha! I finally found this elm. I just crossed the fence a minute ago. And I see quite a nice little bunch under here. Oh, look at those guys. Beauties. Yeah, there's a bunch up there. That was worth the brush. Rain actually feels pretty good, but it's gonna make walking through here really, really wet. But we can find some like these. Look at that guy. That's a beauty right there. More under here. Oh, that one's all done already. This guy. Oh. Literally on my hands and knees. You can't stand up in here. Maybe that's it. Just those 8 or 10. Another one here. Nice looking shrooms. There's another one up here. Little fella. Can't see anything with sweat in my eyes. Oh, this nice one right here. Man, why couldn't there just be hundreds of those under here? Somehow we gotta get... I just checked that one, I gotta check that one. There's one up there. Alright, here we go. This elm tree, like I said before, this elm tree's broke off. There's some starting on it there with it's got some bark left, but that's a pretty cluster right there. And more. So many oysters. What do you know? There's a morel. Just one. Oh, there's another one. All right, I made it out to the woods road, which is about halfway down that cedar side. But there is a few trees down in this, way in this bottom. I'm gonna pick up that cedars in a minute, but we're just gonna walk down here where we can actually stand up and walk for a little bit. Oh, very unfruitful that was. 3 horrible years in a row for morels here. So we're due for one of those monster years. And that was 4 years ago when we had a great year here. I think I found 77 pounds that year, and I found 40 pounds under one tree up here at my grandma's. The tree's kind of petered out now, but I picked on my hands and knees for probably 45 straight minutes. It was just solid morels, like I've never seen in my life before. It was pretty awesome. But we're gonna get up this hill and get back in the cedars. Nothing more in those cedars, so it's usually just loaded with trilliums in here. Last chance for romance, I guess. Well, I wasn't even going to check this big tipped over elm, but I did. There's one nice morel. Old straggler. This tree is pretty old. Well, that's pretty much a wrap of that little woods. One stinking morel. Oh, I do have one more tree to check. Below them cedars back towards the house, but I'm gonna hop in my truck and drive down there a little closer. So we're gonna hike her up out of here, but might be pretty much a wrap on my morel season. Super, super disappointing. I've covered over 100 miles and it's just been tough. Plain and simple. I should go check that one. I mean, I really knew that was going to be a crappy year, but you still always go out and look and hope for the big score. But I think about the most I found is 40 or so under one tree this year. And I have checked some absolutely phenomenal trees that should be just packing tons. So what do? I guess we gotta wait 11 more months before we can think about it again. Last tree of the morel season. I shouldn't say that. I might sneak out one more time, but I'm probably done filming anyways. I spotted this one elm when I was way down the bottom down in there. I never was this far down in the cedars, so wing and a prayer. It's right on the edge, which kind of sucks because it's so thick right there, but we better just check it just in case. Nothing's gonna grow in there. Oh well. Well, that is officially a wrap, I guess. We're nowhere near done foraging for the year. I mean, I'll be out all summer here and there when I'm out at my lease. Wow, what an incredibly tough morel season. I am cut up and picking thorns out of my hands. I'm just getting up, just idiot. Not finding enough to make it worth battling the brush and ticks and mosquitoes, and the woods is just so thick now. Plus we gotta do some fishing. We got these sweet fishing shirts made up this year. They're the SPF. You can go to the virtual store. The link will be in the description, or you can head over to Facebook on Angry River Nation, and there's a link on there too. But back to the morel hunting. I ended up with 115 miles this year, and I'd say my total poundage was probably like 8 pounds, which is not very many if you do the math. Per mile, I should say. Doesn't mean I'm done foraging for the year. I have oysters all summer, and then in the fall, I'll be checking in the woods. I'd like to find some black trumpets and some other things this year, but yeah, just a tough year, but we got to get out and do some fishing. I just finished up editing the last video finally. Thanks for watching, and like I said, if you want to go down, drop me a comment if there's anything you're wondering, and I am not an expert at all this by no means. I'm learning just like you are every time I go out. So yeah, go down, hit that like button, and help me out, hit that subscribe button, and we will be back sometime this summer with some more foraging stuff, and we're gonna have fishing and maybe some summer camping. We got a kayak trip planned. We're gonna go out west scouting for elk hunting, and then we're gonna roll into elk season, and I'll be elk training all summer. So be a lot going on, but yeah, hope you enjoyed the forage season so far. I had a lot of fun making it and editing it, but I'm kind of glad it's over now and we can move on to the next thing. So catch you guys on the flip side.